So let's get going. Oni, are you ready?
Yes.
Let's do this. Oni Advincula from the center.
Hi, everyone. My lightning talk today is about collaboration through a Spanish translation news service in New Jersey. Since I have only 5 minutes, I will get straight to the point so you won't get lost in translation. In New Jersey, where Latinos are about 22% of the state's population, news deserts still exist in the Spanish-speaking community. Is it surprising? Maybe, or maybe not. Since many online tools related to prevention and emergency services, school, health, and legal systems, or even basic access to government news and information are only or mostly available in English, many Latinos, especially new immigrants in the state, have limited access to first-hand sources in Spanish and face the real challenges of overcoming misinformation. And since the major English language or mainstream media outlets, which mostly have more resources and much bigger operations than their Spanish language counterparts, rarely translate stories, if any, that also compounds these challenges. Most Spanish language news organizations in New Jersey often do not have the staff to cover the state capital or statewide breaking news that affects all New Jerseyans. Remember, we're talking about the whole state, not just one particular city. Because of these language barriers, many Latinos in New Jersey have been thrust to the bottom of the information chain. In order to address this divide and mitigate the negative impact on the community, the Center for Cooperative Media launched last year the New Jersey News Commons Spanish Translation News Service. Over the last 10 months, I've been spending at least 15% of my time on this project, working tirelessly to make statewide reporting available and accessible to news organizations that serve Spanish-speaking communities in the state. The center has brought together the largest Spanish language and English language media outlets in the states to share news content, especially breaking news, coverage of the environment, elections-related content, and voter information by translating articles into Spanish. And through this translation, this resource exchange allows Spanish language publications to get news to their audiences, that otherwise they might not have been able to share. It also fills the vital gaps in local news. The mainstream news outlet partners include NJ.com, which owns the Star Ledger, NorthJersey.com, Asbury Park Press, the Press of Atlantic City, and NJ Spotlight. And the Spanish language media partners in the state include Reporte Hispano, Americano newspaper, Cata Radio, that serves farm workers in Vineland, New Jersey, very interesting, Front Runner New Jersey, The Latino Spirit, and New Jersey Hispano. How does this translation project work? Every week, the center selects about 6 stories published by the mainstream media partners, and they get translated into Spanish, and we make them available to the Spanish language media partners. But both the mainstream, or the English language, and the Spanish language media partners republish the translated stories. We have selected editors and reporters who work or freelance for major Spanish news organizations to serve as translators. And there's a reason for that. In addition to accurate translation, this helps ensure that the stories would run in their publications, so they are already insiders. Since the New Jersey Translation Service started in August 2022, about 150 news stories and opinion pieces have been translated into Spanish, and about 400 stories have been republished in both the English and Spanish language publications in New Jersey. This means that on a weekly basis, on average, about 12 stories were published or republished in those language news sites. If all the partner news organizations get 50,000 clicks a day, for example, that's just their online edition, that's about 500,000 views combined, or roughly 3.5 million clicks a week. That number would be much higher if subscribers to and readers of their print edition are added. So ranging from breaking news to investigative reporting, and from local neighborhoods and remote communities to the state capital and coastal areas of the state, these translated stories focus on issues that matter to more than 2 million Latinos in the state. And an estimated 73% of them speak or read Spanish at home, including but not limited to immigration, education, health, LGBTQ, politics, government, and the environment issues. So the number of partners increased over time, so that means it's a big hit. When the project first started, there were only 3 English and 4 Spanish language partners. As of May 2023, partners now consist of 5 and 6 English and Spanish language news organizations, respectively. Recently, 3 more English language publications and radio stations, including WNYC and New Jersey Monitor, have expressed interest in joining the project. So in general, this project has created partnerships among news organizations who had not worked together closely before. 2 of the English language publications have begun running Spanish language content, which they had never done before. I only have 20 seconds. And one of them, as a result, created a landing page where it posted all stories translated. The English language media partners have also been able to expand the reach of their audiences to Spanish-speaking communities. We predict down the road that these news partnerships and news content opportunities will result in more diverse and better informed audiences. Thank you very much.